I want you to admit that you have been a lot of sales training, you are following a lot of sales scripts, but still your prospects hung up the call. You are not getting the sales. Not because you are a bad salesperson, but because you are fighting a war you don't know even about. Your clients, your prospects are telling lies to you and you are accepting them because you don't know how to tackle them. I'm not going to give you another script to follow on. Now I'm going to give you 7 keys which are the keys to their mind. The techniques top salesperson as well as the elite close person uses to command the respect and to make them purchase the product or services they are offering without hesitation. And if you don't know how to use psychology in sales, then this will be a video for you which will help you to jump up to 79% closer rate in your upcoming sales conversation. And these psychological traits will not only help you to figure out their desires, but will also help you to figure out how you can sell out your product or services without even flinching about it. So finding their desires and pitching accordingly is the only thing elite salesperson are mastering. So let me introduce myself. I'm Pranshu, who coached 98 plus high-ticket clients having 7-figure businesses across the world. I consulted almost 2,000 pupils across the globe. And in my word, you never become a desperate person who is eager to sell. You always attract clients, you always have command and respect for the sales conversation. Now, I'm going to give you those psychological triggers which will help you to lead the conversation and make your prospect or client buy without any hesitation. So coming to the myth of salesperson, most of the salesperson as well as the business owners got me by revealing this truth. This is not bad about your sales pitch. This is not something bad about your sales process. There is something about you don't know in this war, which is the actual desire of your customer, which is the actual feelings of your customers and the emotions they are not letting you know. Once you understand those 7 psychological traits, you can easily able to take out their emotions, take out their desires and use them against. So these psychological tips or techniques you can say is not just to manipulate your customers. Don't take it in a wrong manner. These are the most powerful psychological traits, but if you use them in a right manner, they can help you to jump up your sales closing rate up to 83%. So you need to understand, you need to make a shift from begging for a sale to commanding the respect toward the conversation and leading them to close that deal. If you do this, you will be able to close more conversations. So these are the 7 psychological traits you need to kick off your sales journey and to become the sales coach. So coming to the first point of this 7 psychological traits of the ultimate sales success, which is the scarcity method. So whenever you are showcasing your product or services to your customer, they understand you magnified their pain point that they are suffering from this particular issue, and you also showed that to solve this particular problem you need to purchase that product or services in order to achieve that transformation, which is good. But you don't understand the scarcity method, which is the primal fear of loss. Whenever someone is taking out something from you, you will feel over pressurized to take it back. So let's suppose we are having a conversation. I magnified your problem that you are not earning $10 lakh per month, and I showed you a roadmap how my service can help you to do that. In the end of this conversation, I say I don't have further plots to meet my quality standards to train my clients. What it will do, you invested your time, I gave you solution about your problem, but now I'm not going to give you my product or services until you beg for it. What I did, I just managed a psychological trigger in your mind and made you to beg for my product or services. Rather, I am begging for a sale. So you can do in the manner too. You can create limited offers, create a scarcity. This is not fake scarcity. You can say you are just revealing truth of your valuable resource. So don't just say limited offers for my product or services. Don't make such typographic designs. What you can do is you can say due to the over demand of my product or services in the market, I am just holding 5 customers in the upcoming quarter as my service is a lot valuable, which is giving a lot of transformations. Only 2 sweet spots are available for this quarter. So sign up right now. So this is honest. It's specific and you are not bluffing the things. So this is how customer feels your urgency. So coming to the second point, the reciprocity, the inescapable gap. So whenever you are having a conversation with your client, just try to understand if you are having a conversation with any human being. So when you did something for them or you provided something valuable, we feel an inescapable urge to give it back in some way, either through same medium, either through another medium, but you will feel an inescapable feeling that I need to give something back to that person because that person provided me something. So let's say a real use case, or you can say the application case for this psychological trait. So you command the sale by giving a lot of upfront value to that prospect. So let's suppose you are having a conversation with that prospect and you help them to see the insight, or you provided some insight that they are not able to see in their businesses, or they are having some loss which you help them out to figure out and solve them. Let's suppose you are having a whole conversation about the sales process of a business journey in that particular organization, and you are having a conversation with that decision making person. So when you are having that conversation, you saw an insight that is a $10,000 gap in the lead generation process. So how you can place that? So I heard you, I saw your whole sales process for conversation, but I want to share one specific thing with you. Host will say, wow. He will reply that in your lead generation process, I see a hidden gap which is costing you $10,000 a month, which is a huge amount, which can literally be switched off within 3 months using this. So what you did, you provided a massive insight that they are losing that amount of money. You created a fear in their sales process, and now they are compelled to purchase your solution. They are seeking for your advice, and when a prospect is seeking for your advice, you earned their time as well as their respect. Now you can pitch your product or service. This is the second psychological trait.
Thank you for being a part of this whole journey. If you really want to kick off your sales as well as business journey, and you are ready to take the next step to become a young millionaire or the first millionaire in your family, then subscribing will ensure you for your continuous learning and the right strategies, practical tips which will eventually kick off your business. So join us, a community of like-minded peoples as well as the folks who are nailing their journey. So subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on all notifications. Let me know what is the biggest challenge you are facing in your sales journey in the comment section right now.
Now coming to the fourth psychological trait you can use in your sales conversation, which is the social proof. If you are a newbie, I know you don't have social proofs, but if you are doing a good business or if you are getting little bit sales, you must be having some testimonials in place. So in this world where we have infinite options, we look for the social proofs whether that service or product is going to work for me or not, and how you can reinsure that part by just understanding whether that product or service is working for same set of people who is suffering from the same problem I am suffering right now. So if you can showcase those social proofs to them, they will help you to close 83% more deals. Let me give you an example. So coming back to the Michael part where his company is struggling with that sales process, when I was having a conversation with him, how I can use that psychological trick against Michael, what I can say, like I will be showing a social proof from one of my testimonials and saying, hey Michael, this XYZ company is suffering from the same problem you are suffering, leakage in your sales process, and this product helped them out by reducing their cost by 30% as well as getting 90% more sales in half of the time. So do you want to look into more? What he will say? He say, yes, I want to see that, because what I did, I used the same use case from my testimonial to that Michael, and now he is listening to every word I'm saying. He's compelled that I need a solution because I already magnified that problem, and that person already solved that problem for multiple folks early. That product is going to work for me. So that's the fourth psychological trait you can use. So let me know, do you have any social proofs or not? If not, so just comment down. I will give you another trick to make this thing work. So coming to the fifth psychological trait you can use against your customer, which is the power of authority, expertise over emotions. Yeah, you don't need to indulge in your emotions. You need to showcase your expertise, because every prospect or client, they are most likely to trust an expert rather than a friend. Your goal is not to be liked in the sales conversation or to become a friend to that prospect. Your goal is to command respect, and how you can do that by showing insight, data, and the market analysis for that particular business or the person who is facing that issue. And when you are able to showcase that, you are setting yourself as an expert, which will command the respect and ultimately going to grab the sale in the end of this conversation. How you can use that trick? Again, there is an example part. So let's suppose I'm taking Michael example again. Their company are facing sales process leakages. So what I can do is I can tell them that Michael, you are struggling with your sales process, and do you know that your competitors as well as the person who are doing same businesses, they are losing X amount of effort, you can say 39 workers efforts as well as $20,000 per month because of this issue. And when I showcase them the data, the insight as well as the market analysis, Michael is not going to see me as his friend. Michael is going to see me as an expert in that particular industry. And when you are able to replicate the same for your prospect, you are going to grab the sale. So that's the fifth psychological trick you can use in your sales conversation, expertise over emotion. Don't seem to be liked as a friend, always seem to like as an expert, because in my world, you are not a desperate person begging for a sale. You are a elite salesperson who knows how to crush the competition, who knows how to crush the sale. Now coming to the sixth psychological trait you can use against your customer, which is the commitment part. Whenever you are having a conversation with your prospect and you make them committed their time and energy through your conversation, as well as they feel that they invested a lot of time and energy with you to understand about their problems, their visions and something like that. So they are more urged to purchase your solution in order to solve it. That's the most basic human trait, or you can say urge every person feels. So what you can do, here's the application case for the same. So let's suppose I'm having a conversation with Michael. So do you know how we take the high ticket client? We never make them jump on our product or services. We have multiple discovery calls. We do a lot of things in that sales process. I will let you know later. So what I do, I reach out to Michael. I did a cold call. If you don't know how to do a cold call and convert that person to a meeting, a video would pop up here. So afterwards, I bring that Michael to my discovery call, then to a physical presentation call in which I am elaborating how this can be done. He asked for the price because he liked my solution. Now he wants to get rid of the problem. So he asked for my price and I said, Michael, I will let you know the price, but before that I want to showcase you some testimonials where like your businesses are failing and our products save them. And throughout those discovery calls, throughout those cold calls, throughout those presentation meetings, we had invested a lot of time. And Michael know that. He invested a lot of time as well as the efforts with me. So when I'm going to give him the price as well as the details of my product, he will not going to say no to me. He will be agreeing with me and he will be purchasing that product because he already invested a lot of time. He understands that part. He can't revert that part. That's the magic. He can't revert the efforts as well as the time he made with me in those discovery sessions, as well as when he was elaborating about the vision of his company and a lot of things. But this is the psychological trait you can use, and I use this for every sales meeting I'm doing with my high ticket clients. And if you want to know how you can land high ticket clients every month, which will be making you extra $20,000 per month, you can comment down this and I will help you know. I want $20,000 extra month. You can comment it down and I will show you the procedure.
Hey, quick pause. If this value resonates with you and you are eager to learn the secrets of sales success and business success, subscribing this channel will ensure you never miss out the strategies to change your life, to change the path of your business. Join the community of go-getters, transform your life, subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications so you can achieve the sales transformation as well as the business transformation.
Now we are covering the last part, which is the framing effect. If you are not selling the outcome, if you are just selling a product, my man, you are going to do. Try to understand whenever you are having a sales conversation, you need to sell the transformation. You don't need to sell your product or services. If we can sell the transformation, your product or services will be sold all alone. So the final secret is the framing effect, which is the massive psychological trait. If you are not using, you are losing a lot of sales on the table. And I use this effect in every sales conversation I am having with my high ticket clients as well as when I am training my corporate work employed sales folks. It's not about what you sell. When you are selling a product or service, is not more about the service or product. It's about the transformation your customer will get after purchasing a product or service and putting efforts in it. If you are focusing on that transformation, if you are magnifying their pain points and let them see this is the problem you're facing, you will get that transformation. These are the social proofs. Boom, you got the sale. So always focus on making them see the transformation. So let me give you some examples. Let's suppose you are selling a CRM system. You don't say that you will be getting a CRM system where you can see the leads is this. You will say you will be saving 10 hours per week as well as $50,000 per quarter in your businesses if you are using this CRM system. What I did, I created authority in that conversation. I made them see how much they will save by just investing in my product or service. This product or services is not costing them. This product or services is saving a lot of money for them, as well as they are getting some transformation in their business. Secondly, let's suppose you are a social media expert or you are selling some social media marketing tip, or you can say you are having a social media marketing agency. What you can offer is how you can use social media to make a constant business source rather than an expense. Everyone thinks that I need to spend X amount of dollars in order to grow on social media, but they never think they will be getting 10, 100, thousands of dollars when they make good on social media. You need to sell the transformation, my friend. And if you are able to sell that transformation to that particular prospect, you will always win. Never focus what you offer, what product or services you are selling. Always magnify their pain points and sell your transformation to them. We made a lot. We understand 7 psychological traits. You can become literally a manipulator in that sales conversation. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and tap on all notifications if you really want to make huge in sales as well as in business. So subscribe it right now. Coming to the last part of this video. I don't know about you, but I am super amazed by these traits, and when I start using those 7 psychological traits in my sales process, boom, I was closing 83% more books. So these are not the tricks or the techniques you say. These are the more side of human psychology you can use in your process to grab more results eventually. And now you have them. Your competition is still trying to be friendly with their prospects. Now you are on a completely different level. You command respect toward the conversation, and when you jump into the conversation, you will be taking out the sale. You will be closing that person in the end of the conversation. Not like your competitor who is still waiting for a sale or is still begging a sale for their customer. Just like I said earlier, you are in my world now, and in my world, you are not going to beg for the sale. You are going to earn it. The only thing is left is to put those psychological traits, 7 psychological techniques into the work. You need to practice them. These are your responsibility now. Use them. Lead your conversations. Earn respect toward the conversation. Grab the sale. Make huge in your business. I bless you that these techniques will help you. But these are the, you can say, responsibility of you that you will not use those techniques in a negative manner. But if you like, I just want to say congratulations. You learned a lot, and if you literally implement this, you will be getting 83% more results. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tap all notifications so you can understand how you can still remain elite in the sales process. In this whole video, we learned about how to make a sales conversation fruitful, and when you start the sales conversation, how you can lead them to close the deal. But still, you don't know how to reach out to those prospects or how to arrange those meetings where you can close those things. For this, you need to understand how you can master cold calling strategies, and you can get 73% more results in cold calling. And most people are getting only 7 to 8% results out of 10, which means they are only setting a meeting 7 to 8 folks by calling 10 numbers, 100 numbers. And what you will do, if you can do 100 calls, you will be getting 73 meetings. If you want to know the cold calling secrets, this video is for you. Watch it right now to become an enlightened salesperson. Watch it right now.